Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today was fun because today was my day off and I got to sit around and do nothing except for what's kind of. Uh. I couldn't figure out how to phrase what I wanted to say. Hmm. A couple different options went through my head, but I just like already started talking so much that I had to. It just completely derailed and stopped. I was gonna say something about how it's kind of not my day off because I used the time to record Kumanani, so it's still kind of work. And this is still kind of work, but it's my day off from regular work. So, I did read a shit ton of Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. I'm on volume 6 now, and like I'm way past the comic. I don't even I think the comic might end around like volume 2 or something, maybe even before then. Honestly, I'm not sure. I would like know when if I looked at it, and probably even if I read the titles of the chapters I'd be able to know, but right now I'm not sure. But I'm way ahead, and it's a lot of fun. And volume 6 is really quite the feat because they are very long chapters. So, just kind of that's what I've been doing with my time. Yeah, that I barely like. I haven't even played the Germinating Diva in a while because I've just been reading that, reading Legendary Moonlight Sculpt because it's very good. I like it a lot. I don't know. Well, I wouldn't say that it's like the best fucking thing in the world. It's really some parts are really poorly written and the motives are ridiculous. But I just really like the character, and I think it's just a lot of fun what he's doing, and it's a lot of fun to watch him, because he's just I don't know, I'm very attracted to the overpowered characters, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. If you like the kind of like trapped in a game kind of thing, well, it's not even trapped in a game, but just life in a video game or a very video game like situation, you know, virtual reality MMORPG kind of deal, then it's definitely for you. Like I said, the comic is good, the novel is better, but if you don't read novels, then read the comic. It's very good. They're both good. They're both good. But the comic definitely leaves some stuff out. And the novel is very good and very addictive. I just don't want to put it down. I wish I had a physical version of it though, because I just hate reading off a screen. But whatever. I don't know. I'm used to it with Kumanani, so I mean, and I usually just read off my my fucking gamepad, my Wii U gamepad. So. I don't know what that affects anything. I used to like. I don't know. I don't like reading on my phone, and I don't really like reading on my gamepad either. But my gamepad is better because it has a bigger screen. Because I have like really bad eyes, right? My eyes are fucking terrible, so I can't like. I just don't like reading on my phone because it's a small, tiny screen. But I don't know. It's just like, you get used to it. Also, just reading with a screen is shitty, in general. I wonder if who's that gonna kill? Oh, okay, he's hit that, okay, ooh, gamble, okay. That goes more for manga, though. Manga, I don't like reading on my phone because the words are tiny. When it's like a book, I can manage it and I can read it, but when it's manga, sometimes the words are big, but most of the time the words are tiny, and I have to hold it really close or zoom in all the time, and it gets really annoying. Like when I have my tablet, I didn't have that issue, but on my phone, it's too small of a screen, and on the gamepad, it's weird to read manga because manga is always like it's a portrait-based format, right? It's pages, and the pages are filled with pictures, but the screen on the gamepad is always based around landscape. So it's just like it's weird because you read the top half of the page and then you read the bottom half of the page, and sometimes it works, but a lot of the times there's something that's like that there's a picture that goes across the top and the bottom that you can't see the whole thing at the same time unless you zoom way out, and it just makes it smaller, and it's dumb. Webcomics, like Korean webcomics don't do that as much because Korean webcomics are in a strip. They're strip form where it's just like one giant image and you scroll down, and that is extremely pleasing to read from. My cat is at my feet again. What? Now you're cooing. I don't get it. You have food and water. Now I think you want me to pick you up and pet you. Whatever, back to my story. It's very satisfying to read web novels and stuff with a gamepad because you just like you're using a you use the stick, the direction stick, no, it's not the D-pad, the joystick. You use the joystick to the little joystick. I think there's a couple words for it, but joystick is usually the one I use. But you use the joystick to scroll, so it's like extremely satisfying. As you're just reading along, you're just lightly tapping down with this thing, and you know it's at your own pace and stuff. And it's kind of the same deal when I'm reading Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, and which is it's a lot of fun. But I like and that's why I like a lot of webtoons and stuff. But a lot of websites don't host the format in the strip form, which is really annoying and very dumb because that's like the way that it's supposed to be. And I know Betoto does it, but Betoto doesn't host what was it? Betoto doesn't host Tower God anymore. Tower God, right. I couldn't remember the name because I'm like way behind on it. But I have to read Tower God through Webtoons, and I just use the Webtoons app, which is pretty good. And I like Webtoons a lot, but Webtoons, sometimes it has really weird translations. But I don't know. It's like the only official source for reading Webtoons. Most of the time, if you're reading a Webtoon off some random ass website, it's illegally supporting that Webtoon. Illegally hosting that webtoon. It's not even supporting the webtoon, obviously. The only way to support a webtoon is to read it on webtoons.com. Or there's a couple other places that host legally. I don't remember the name, and they all suck except for webtoons.com, but I like webtoons.com, except sometimes the translations are really shoddy. It's just there's random mistakes, and I don't like the way they do a couple of the names on Tower God especially, because I got really used to the company's translation back on Manga Cow, and I still use Manga Cow like all the time for a couple things. But Manga Cow used to host everything until it got some kind of strike or something, or they changed their servers around, and now Manga Cow only hosts the things that it translates, which is kind of not that much. But it's like Manga Cow used to host everything, and Manga Cow used to host the company's translation of Tower God, and that's where I read it, and that's the best because Manga Cow supports the strip form, which is the best and pretty much only proper way to read the Korean webtoons, because you're supposed to do it that way, and most sites are stupid because they're just manga focused and not manhwa focused, and I really like manhwa because I prefer the style of comedy, and it's just a lot more interesting sometimes. I don't know. I kind of prefer Korean over Japanese. Don't sue me. I don't know where sue me came from, but don't kill me, I guess, or whatever. Babe. But no, I do really like Korean things. Like I prefer the Korean version of Suspicious Housekeeper over the Japanese version. Just like the actors better. I feel like they did a better job. Although I haven't watched that in a really long time, and I want to watch a lot more of that. But you know, I'm kind of occupied with Legendary Moonlight Sculptor right now. It's very good. It's the thing. It's the thing, and it's good. Yep. That's me. That's my life. That's my life today. That and Kumanani. Kumanani, actually, I read like 12 chapters today, and it's getting pretty fucking interesting. Actually, I mean, if you're not reading those, or watching those, if you're not following along, don't go back to the beginning. Just start now or whatever. Which one did I just release today? Because I recorded like a whole bunch. Yeah, start from like the monkey arc if you want, or the battle of a defensive battle of 100 meters above ground. That whole arc is really fun. That's like 6 chapters actually. There's 6 chapters that are just that, and it's a whole lot of fun. So yeah, listen to those. Give that a shot if you haven't tried listening to that series yet. It's not gonna end. It's never gonna go away. So you might as well give it a shot, if you haven't. I think like a couple hundred people have seen the first episode already, and I'm just like I'm not the most proud of it. Because, you know, it's just like I was first starting out doing it. But the bunch I just recorded, I feel like came out really, really well. Because, I don't know, I have a job that actually involves me talking all day. And I recorded all of it in bulk. So I actually did I did like a practice thing that I think I want to do every week. Where I didn't record it, but I read the chapter that I had already read. Like the last chapter that I had read, I read that one, and then I recorded the next ones as like a refresher from what happened last time, and a warm up. And I think that was a really smart move, because I kind of noticed back when I was doing the other ones that like there would always be that I would like that if I recorded a couple episodes at a time, the first one would always have more mistakes than like the second or third one. And so I just got that first one out of the way with all the mistakes and the warm-up, and just got back into the mood of it without even having to record it. And then I went in, and they successfully got more impressive. So by the end of the week, you know, those episodes will just have less mistakes in general. Just because I had that little warm-up right at the beginning. And I do like, I think it's a little bit better to record in bulk just for that reason. And there's going to be like a lot of build up too, because I feel like I'm going to record 12 episodes every time. I almost said 12 chapters, but it kind of doesn't matter because they're like the same thing sort of. But yeah, I'm going to do 12 at a time just because I just like the numbers work out, because 12 is 10 regular chapters and 2 special chapters. So right now it's the last one I just recorded was like 60, I think. And then the next one I'm gonna record is the special 12 or something, and those will be released eventually. It's all up to Dave too. Dave's on that. I like Dave. I don't know. Dave does his job well. So yeah, you have him to thank for the Kumanani releases, because I usually forget. Back when I was my worry, and now it's his worry, and now it's great because he does them. Although I'm pretty much aware that a good handful of people who read this one don't read the other one, and there are a bunch of ones, or Jesus Christ, not read but listen to. A lot of the people that listen to this show don't listen to the other one, and most of the people that listen to the other show probably don't listen to this one. So these comments are pointless, but I don't know, this show is generally about my life and whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And that's the thing. Boop-de-doo. Yep. Still have a vacation coming up. It's the week after next. Or this. Because today's Sunday. So it'll be like... So if I say this, if I say next week, it's not the week coming up, it's the week after, because the week coming up is the week that we're already in. So next week, yeah, next week, the Monday after next. Monday tomorrow I'm working. The Monday after that I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to consider what I'm doing for, because I don't think there's going to be good Wi-Fi down there, and I don't want to worry about recording, so I'm going to hopefully do what I did last time and ask for suggestions again on what to talk about. So, I mean, if you, like, considered something and then didn't say something last time, or, like, after it had already been done, you thought about what I should talk about, let me know, because that's good. Do that. Yeah. Very good, do that, thank you. Yeah, so I need, what, 4? 4, right? Because I'll be back Friday night. If I'm not, yeah, I'll be back Friday night. If I'm not back in time to record, then it'll just come out later, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back in time to record Friday night. And I'll definitely have plenty of Kuminani ready, and One and Dones have been moved to Saturday, so that doesn't matter. All I'll need is just a bunch of, yeah, 4 topics for these videos, just like the last time I went on vacation. So go ahead, drop a couple. I need them, I guess. I don't know. I could try to think of them on my own, but I'm terrible at everything, so I don't know. I've never been a very creative person, so I don't know. Maybe I could, like, think of topics that I know would last a while and then, like, have people vote on, like, the ones they want. But I don't know, though, because, like, the whole style of this show revolves around me talking about what comes to my mind, like, right at that moment. So it's weird to try to think, you know, because there are a few things in the past where I was like, this topic would last an entire episode. One of those being Flipnote Antenna, I believe, to talk about for an entire episode, and old relationships I talked about for an entire episode. I don't know, I could do, like, middle school or high school, try to focus on a lot of things that happened during that period, if you want. That's a suggestion, I guess. You would have to repeat that, unless if I literally got no suggestions at all, then I would probably resort to something like that. Just stories of the past, because it has to be something timeless. Because my standard fucking formula is what happened that day, but if I try to record 4 episodes in one day, I can't, there's almost no way I would have enough material to go off of what, like, 4 things that happened that day. But it's not even, like, sometimes that's how I start the episodes, but most of the time it's not even that, you know? It's never really, like, just what happened that day, unless a lot of things happen that day. It starts out that way, and then it diverges into random things based on random thoughts from random places in my mind, but it also, well, there is still some connection to what happened that day, because what happens in the day influences what I'm thinking about, and it changes, you know, what I want to say during the video. So there is still that, and as I said, what happened during the day and all the things that I've thought about and wanted to talk about throughout the day, I would easily exhaust by the time of the second or third video, unless, you know, a lot of really interesting topics come up. I could try to do just, like, a regular video 4 times and see what happens. If you want me to do that, I don't know, let me know, and then if I get literally no other suggestions, then yeah. I guess what I would have to do would just be to start talking, and then whenever it became around the proper time to end the video, I would say, okay, this is where I stopped talking, and in the next video, I'll talk about this thing, and then I will start talking about that thing, and then it'll go from wherever the hell it goes from there, and then I'll have to do that 3 more times, 4 more times, 2 more times, 2 more times, twice more, maybe. If that sounds like a fun idea, then let me know, I guess. It doesn't to me, but, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm already getting bored. Because I did nothing this day, and this topic is dying very quickly, because where else am I gonna go with the discussion of what I should talk about in the future besides things? I could start listing off things that I could talk about, but I sort of exhausted that whole little query with the whole high school or middle school. Maybe elementary school. You want me to talk about my elementary school experience? Leave it in the comments. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, 4 days, elementary school, middle school, high school, and then college experience. If you want me to do that, leave that in the comments, and if I get literally no other suggestions, then that's what I will have to do. If I get no suggestions at all, then maybe it'll be what I'll resort to. Either that or the other thing I just thought of with the whole just making a regular fucking video a whole bunch of times. Oh god, I just yawned. I yawned. Wow, I felt that in my entire body too. I was just like, woof. Yep, that's what I get for doing nothing all day. Fantastic. Well, I mean, I exercised my voice at least, I guess. Kinda. I read a lot. Exercised my brain. I don't know. This is a 20-minute video. I can make like 40-minute videos and still have them release on time now because I just reduced the quality. I think like every video since that fucking first video that I made that I said was shitty has been 30 FPS instead of 60. So nobody's complaining. I mean, it's terrible, but hey, fuck you. Do what I want. You're not my dad. Oh, goodness. Every now and then I just not the nicest to my audience. Whatever. Can't fight this. I could tell the story of the one other time that like the one time I told my audience to go fuck themselves. That was fun. It wasn't any particular reason, it just happened. But I won't tell it, because I got no thing to do in the background, because I don't fucking feel like playing, and I want to end the episode and read more and then fall asleep or something. Take care of yourself.